do video blogs very often, but I just finished recording a master class that I'm going to roll out in a couple of weeks. And I thought, well, now that I've got lipstick on, I might as well take advantage of the opportunity. I was thinking about bothering to do things. Like, I usually don't bother to break out my computer and record a video. Number one, because I'm just more comfortable writing. I can control my thoughts. And the other thing is, I get in a rut and I think it's too much like bother. And I started thinking about this bike that I had. Maybe 20 years ago, I bought a bike for myself and when I bought a bike for the kids. And I would ride around the neighborhood and have fun with the kids. And one day, one of my marathon running buddies called and said, "Hey, why don't you come down to the shoreline and join this group training for a century ride, which is like a bicycle race. It's over 100 miles." And I thought, well, it'd be great, but I don't have any way of getting my bike down there. I had probably a Taurus that I was driving around. It was a company car, and I couldn't think of a way to get the bike on in the car. And he said, "Well, just go get a bike rack." And I thought, a bike rack, what a pain in the ass that would be. So I thought about, I put him off. And the next weekend he called. He said, "Come on, a whole bunch of us are going to ride around the beach. It's beautiful. It's like a 30-mile bike ride. Go to the bike store and get a bike rack." And so I went to the bike store and I looked at the bike racks, and you had to know the model of your car, and they came with an instruction manual, and I hate instruction manuals, which is horrible. I was a chemist at the time. You had to know how to read instruction manuals. And I didn't want to do it. And finally, after maybe the third call, I broke down and I got this stupid bike rack. And it took me ages to figure out how to get it on the car. And I was worried about scratching the car. And I got the bike down to the shore and I had the most amazing ride. It was beautiful beaches and little quaint New England towns, and I had so much fun with all of these people on this beautiful sunny Saturday that I thought, I don't know why I wasted so much time worrying about this stupid bike rack. And did this race, and then I started biking elsewhere. I drive to Maine or somewhere cool like that to go biking. And a few years later, I went biking in France on this 5-day biking tour. And it was the most amazing experience all through the Dordogne region of France. And I went by myself with this group. And I met this amazing couple that had been married for years. And they really woke me up to what a marriage would look like, what it could be like. And when I came back from that bike trip in France, I decided that I really wanted to meet somebody and marry them, meet somebody like that. And, I look back at that bike rack and feeling like I couldn't be bothered to hook a bike rack up to my car, to go buy one, to get the right model, to make that effort. And if I wasn't bothered, my whole life would be totally different. And I think of all the things that hold us back from doing the stuff that we want, and they're ridiculously stupid, like getting a bike rack. And everything that you want is just beyond all that crap you don't want to be bothered with. And so I don't know what it is for you. I tend to think in terms of the people I talk to who, they're on the cusp of writing a book and they're like, I don't know. It's like, I can't be bothered right now. I've got so much going on. I guess that's my message. If there's something you really want to do and there's just one little thing getting in your way, just be bothered.